Beautiful morning here in Washington, D.C. As we've reported, President Obama's State of the Union address tonight will focus on the economy and on creating more jobs. But just how will that change anything for those of you who need a job? Well, here to talk more about the plans, our CBS News business and economics correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis. Rebecca, good morning.
Good morning, Erica.
So we heard a little bit from Valerie Jarrett this morning about the targeted investments that there will be. That, for the Republicans, translates to another stimulus and more spending. How do you make these things work, and how are we actually going to see job growth when, as we've discussed a number of times, companies now know how to do more with less?
Yeah, companies have cut costs, and that basically means cutting back on jobs. And this is just a politically and economically difficult argument to make. We've seen the first stimulus go through 787 billion jobs. According to the CBO, that created about 3.6 million jobs. But a lot of people are saying now we don't have the money. We don't have the ability to create jobs without either borrowing, taxing people more, or on top of that, potentially cutting back on other entitlements. So it is a very difficult path going forward, and no one expects that it's going to be a quick one. Right. There's no silver bullet here.
Well, I think that's the tough part for a lot of people, because you watch this speech and you know the president is going to talk about jobs, going to talk about the economy, and creating jobs. Is there anything that we're going to see in the immediate? We'll wake up tomorrow morning and say, that's what the president meant. Here's job growth.
Well, in the immediate future, the types of jobs that they're really going after here are construction jobs on infrastructure, things like our buildings, our streets, our roads, our bridges, the things that you see around you that need help. On top of that, the export jobs, the manufacturing jobs. That's why President Hu from China was here in Washington, D.C. last week, meeting with President Obama to talk about increasing those exports. But beyond that, it's technology and it's education. And those are longer-term objectives.
And as they're pushing for those investments in the things that you mentioned, in technology and education, the infrastructure, which people see on a daily basis, is crumbling across many parts of this country. As there is that push and the talk about being competitive, there has to be a ripple effect among other industries. So that could be a positive outcome.
Well, it can be a positive outcome, but again, we're going back to longer term. As you mentioned, unemployment right now is 9.4%. Most economists in their models don't expect unemployment to go below 9% this year. And the reality in business land is that people just expect that we're going to see hopefully slow and steady momentum. We've yet to find a silver bullet that's really going to expand job growth in a major way quickly.
All right, but you are good at the silver linings, as you mentioned construction. One place to look, and we know medical field also growing.
Yeah, healthcare,
well.
definitely.
Rebecca, thanks.